Okay, now what are we going to need to do the outside of the cabin and start constructing the cabin? First of all, a piece of wax paper to keep our work surface clean. We need the cabin components. You'll notice that these pieces have two sides to them, a plain side with just one line at the bottom and a scored side. This is the inside of the cabin. It is intended to be shiplap. This is the outside of the cabin. It is going to be board and batten. And that's the side we're going to start with. So inside, outside. Inside, outside. Okay, what else are we going to need? We're going to need some small clamps. We are going to need our window and door components. We are going to need our floor. We're going to need an X-Acto knife and a ruler. We're going to need a pencil, a sanding block, a variety of paintbrushes, a stain pen. This one is provincial. I like that color for floors. Gluing spreader. We're going to need some strip wood, a cloth for keeping things clean, wood glue, a paint palette, wet wipes, black paint, a variety of alcohol washes. Now I'll talk about the alcohol washes later. And some bigger clamps. You'll need at least 4 like this that will stretch to more than 5 inches. That's going to be tight. This comes in handy if you have one. It's optional. You can do it with an X-Acto knife, but that's a miter cutter. And what else? Your outside chimney. Okay, so let's get started. Now the first thing we're going to do starting with our outside pieces is we're going to paint a black line along the bottom of that. This is going to be the foundation for your house, and you're going to eventually put rocks on it. So we're going to just paint along here. Again, making sure you're on the outside of the house, not the inside. The only purpose for the line is to show you where the black paint starts and stops. Okay, put our paintbrush into some water, let it dry. Okay, now we're going to do our windows and doors. So, taking the block with your windows in it. Now there's actually 4 of them. I'm only going to do one on camera, and then I'm going to pause the videotape while I finish the other 4. You don't want to watch me do duplicate things, I'm sure. So we'll take one window and one door, one window frame. And while we're at it, we might as well cut out the door frame. Okay, so we're going to very lightly sand this, and do be careful because this is thin wood. It's more important that the outside of the frame gets sanded, so there are no little tabs sticking out. Okay, so we're going to, I think I forgot to mention, use some fast grab tacky. And we'll put a bunch of that into our palette. Now, I'm keeping my fast grab tacky upside down in a plastic glass, just so it's always ready to use. I'll take my glue spreader and I'm going to apply glue very lightly to the edges of the upper edges of the window frame. I'm going to take the outside frame and apply it like that. Now, it's actually easier to line up from the back initially, then come to the front, and we want it to be like that. Now let's get any excess glue off there, and we'll set that aside to dry. I'm going to do the other 3 frames then, and I'll be right back.